Welcome back to Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator. Sorry, I'm a bit thrown off there because the moment I stopped recording, the game crashed. Actually, no, it was the moment I tried to Alt-Tab after I stopped recording there, which has never been a problem before. So I'm not actually sure how much progress I just got. I've remembered any of it. Okay, 87%. That's awesome. That's where I was at when it crashed. Aim mode is what the control screen here calls the one where you're moving the cursor instead of yourself. Oh, right, toggle washer is the one that just makes it turn on and stay on. Wonder if that's a disability thing. Like if you have trouble holding down those multiple buttons. Alright, let's get this tower here. Well, I suppose we could get that staircase. Oh! When did that happen? Oh, maybe there. Oh, right, the ladders and stuff will be all back to their default positions, duh. Oh, right. I didn't even start the timer or anything. Shout out to Justin Jones, who says, translations back in the day used to be done by just a couple of people. In many instances, one person. I think I remember one account where they gave their translator the game's code, a Game Shark, and told him, good luck. Not helping matters, at least during the 16-bit era, was that all of the strings for equipment, abilities, dialogue, and UI elements were buried in the game's code somewhere. They probably had some sort of section devoted to string tables, and remember, games of that era were written in assembly. Nowadays, you would have all of your dialogue strings and the like tucked away in other files not directly integrated to the code. And then it starts getting into actual coding here as examples. Although I do enjoy meep count, 3 in integer. And Justin finishes with this sort of string of thoughts. Oh, by the way, you did pronounce Ivalice correct. And it's really too bad about Breath of Fire 2's poor translation. Beneath the mess, there was a very good and dark story there. I hope that one day Capcom will remaster the game and clean up the translation. Hell, go full pixel remaster with it. I would find that interesting. Though I'm not holding my breath because, well, if Capcom is neglecting franchises as big as, like, Mega Man as badly as they are, well, maybe a mostly forgotten RPG franchise doesn't have much of a chance. Oh, that's why, yeah. Okay, yes, I did do that. Timer is going. Okay, I really wouldn't recommend changing nozzles while it's still going. I mean, if you reached in while it was actually firing and actually, with the nozzle on, you'd risk cutting your fingers off. And if you reached in and managed to get it off, well, then you're just spraying an enormous amount of water in front of you, like it's just a hose. Oh, hey. There's a spider web way over there in that tree. Like a really big one. Well, let's get to this Kilroy. Sorry, buddy, you are not here anymore. much better than I feared. I've missed the stuff behind that corner, but that's all right. Oh, hey, I can get them from this angle. Nice. Nice! I didn't realize the battlements were a separate thing, because I was not looking in the corner. Oh. Wow, the water spread becomes twice as wide, and I go from extra long to long. Well, fuck. There's another one. Complete with a really big fuck-off spider in it. When I say really big, I mean I'm pretty sure it could wrap its legs around my head like a facehugger. I just sort of paused to myself and thought, what is the least pleasant way I could explain this size? Nope. That's not a good place to jump from. Well, I guess I'll go over to the top and then jump onto the tower. I don't know why it's easier if I don't turn, it just is. I'll get this tower, then I'll get the shed, then I'll get that last wall. Oh, I guess I gotta get the staircase before that. Fine. I mean, not finishing this level before Halloween wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I mean, hell, I've got an episode of, extra episode of Deep Rock Galactic Survivor that had just waiting for me since... Oh god, since... late September, I want to say. Which means by the time I get to it, it will probably be November. Which is a very strange thought. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, it's the chimney. I was like, well, I don't remember putting a monolith there. Nice. Alright, I admit it, the herb house looks great. It's strange that it's pure white with a pink roof, though. The tiniest little cap on top of the dome. When I say roof, you could... I mean, more of the roof is glass than shingles. Up to 90%, feeling good about that. I don't remember the last time I saw a game do it, and I can't imagine they'd do it here with a silent protagonist who doesn't have a defined name or even gender. But I keep thinking, as I brought up the possibility that PowerWash Simulator 2 just resets everything by saying you're a brand new power washer, who's like, I don't know, maybe the reason you're going out to Caldera County in its entirety is because, oh, nope, sorry, this town is Dr. PowerWash's territory. Nobody will hire anyone except him. Or them. But, like I said, I haven't seen it done in years, but I keep thinking about a few games I saw like forever ago where they turned the protagonist of... In a sequel, they turned the protagonist of the previous game into a character in the story. You know, it would be like if Half-Life 2, you played as some new guy, and Gordon Freeman was the guy in your ear giving you advice and making suggestions. I mean, that one doesn't particularly make sense because he's a silent protagonist. But then again, one of the examples I can think of is like that. Silent protagonist, I mean. I mean, it's mostly an example of a different thing where, yeah, there was a giant bomb page for that. Silent protagonists who speak in sequels. And that would just be as if, Half-Life 2, Gordon Freeman had just decided to speak up. Actually, I've got a way better example than that hypothetical one. That's actually what happened in Dead Space. In the OG 2008 Dead Space, Isaac Clarke was a silent protagonist whose only vocalizations were battle noises, like, ah! When he's like trying to struggle something off of himself. Noises of pain and such for the infamous death animations. But, Dead Space 2, they went out and got a proper voice actor, and he's a fully voiced character. They gave him a personality and everything. Oh, right, I can just do this. It does feel more awkward. Which is why I thought it was so funny that, Dead Space 2 and 3 both had the same guy playing Isaac. So, when they did the Dead Space remake in 2023, they sort of replaced the original one and said, well, what if he'd been a speaking protagonist the entire time? And I think that was a really interesting thing to do. Hey, if you're looking for a horror game, and you're still in the mood for something spooky, then I strongly recommend the Dead Space remake. It's literally the only remake I've ever played that I conclusively felt was better than the original game. And honestly, Isaac speaking was part of that. Like, they did a great job in the original game of sort of making you wonder, well, is Isaac seeing that, or am I seeing that? You know, Isaac's insanity is your insanity, since you never get to see the world outside of Isaac's eyes. And, just the general improvements to gameplay and such. That, not to mention, I didn't quite expect it since I'd played the entire story before, but that game was fucking terrifying. Like, the game had tension comparable to, Alien Isolation, I would say. And I don't say that, like, lightly, because, between the tension and the, between the incredible tension and the, oh boy, this wall. In the incredible tension and just the, extremely effective jump scares, I would say that Isolation is probably the scariest game I've ever played in my life. Mind you, that was a unique case. They gave, like, proper AI modeling to the alien, as they called him, or Tommy, as I referred to him. And, let's see if I can wedge that in there. Hey! Nice. Which meant he never, if you, like, died on a checkpoint and loaded, he would never behave the same way twice, which is terrifying. Even without all the stuff about, oh, he learns from you. Lots of good shit out there. Nice. Oh, wait, shit. Ah! That must be how that happened. Well, no, I didn't do that before, but fine. Ah, yes, like this. Oh, nuts, that's part of the staircase wall. Good. I was worried that in order to get that, I'd have to, like, move four-dimensionally and turn the entire house inside out from my perspective. Oh, man. That kind of thing does my head in, four-dimensional movement. Nice. I blame a novel I read when I was a kid. About some plucky teenagers who work out a means of traveling to a alternate universe where space has 4 physical dimensions. Where, oh boy. Yeah, this isn't gonna be easy. Okay. There's like length, width, depth, and then another thing that, as far as I could tell, was supposed to be in and out. And I say that because the name of the book was The Boy Who Turned Himself, who reversed himself. That's what it was, not turned himself inside out. And they do a great job of illustrating that, like, in terms of, like, words and such. I don't know that there were any pictures in that book, given the heady nature of what they were depicting. I don't blame them. But I remember that they explain, they sort of compare it to, well, they bring you a dude from the second dimension. They show you the second dimension, which is an entire living universe where all the people are basically drawings from our perspective. They have height and width, but no depth. And they just move around in a universe that is two-dimensional. Nice. I think that might be... I think I got the tower. Oh. Wait, I think the other sides of this are filthy anyway, so... Hey, what is that? Rear turret. And I liked the simplicity of it. They said that, oh, here's a two-dimensional universe, and all the people that live in it are equivalent to the letter R. Like, they look like the letter R, capital. And all of them, every single one of them, faces to the right. And when they need to turn around, they rotate their bodies so that they look upside down to us and move in the other direction. Because they can't turn the other way, because there's no third dimension to turn towards. But what if a three-dimensional being reached in and used its power of depth to pick up one of those guys and turn him over? From the perspective of everyone else in the universe, suddenly that one R guy is reversed. He faces to the left. And now imagine that a being from the fourth dimension reaches down, grabs hold of you, and turns you the other way. All your organs are on the wrong side. Your freckles are suddenly on the other side of your body. And that just did my head in as a kid, even trying to understand that. But I just really liked the comparison. Here's a two-dimensional universe which looks like a drawing to us because depth doesn't exist in it. And it's basically just a window they're looking at. It's like, oh no, that's not a representation. That's the actual universe right there. It's just flat. The big plot twist was that they go to the fourth dimension to start looking around and immediately get adopted by a fourth dimensional being who doesn't understand that their simplicity does not mean that they're stupid and wants to keep them as pets. You know, because she's super lonely. All the other ones avoid her because she's ugly. And towards the end of the book, one of the main characters realizes, oh, the reason they call her ugly is that from a fourth dimensional perspective, she's reversed. The reason, it was so easy to transfer into this dimension is because she was fucking with dimensions at some point and went to the fifth dimension. It's like, oh my god, man, you're trying to make my fucking 10-year-old head explode. Like, honestly, the confusion is what makes me remember that book. It was crazy. Sorry for rambling. I do appreciate that I've gotten the tower done, at least. I feel a lot better than I did before. Did I just climb over the sign? I think I did. Alright, 92%. I'm BurningDogFace, and I will see you on the next episode of... Oh, I missed a spot way up there. Do I have a ladder? I could get that real quick. On the next episode of Let's Play... Fuck, I did it again. Let's clean PowerWash Simulator. Oh, wow, nice. Must have been right on the brink. Till then, have yourselves a great day. Later.